Good morning, everybody. It's Tess here, and okay, look at me. I'm outside, and I think that might give you a clue as to what we're going to talk about today. And what are we? Day 17. Can you believe it? Day 17 of these 21-day experience that we're having on the happiness process. And good morning to those of you who are joining me. I don't think you might be outside, but our topic today, our day 17 topic, is all about nature. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if the heavens will allow that I could be outside presenting to you this morning, because that's what your task is going to be, to go and do something outside, connect to Mother Earth, and just, get re-energized by the environment that you're in. One of the reasons this is an important topic to talk about is because, in the woo-woo world, what we say is if you are feeling very static, if your body, when you get a lot of electricity when you touch things. I had a dog walk past me that I've never seen before. It's really very interesting. Okay, when we go out and we're working on our computers and we're indoors a lot and we're wearing our shoes and we're doing all our different fabrics, synthetic fabrics and everything, we can become very electric. And one of the ways that we can actually ground ourselves, just like an electricity plug that we plug in the wall has an earth to it, the way we can ground ourselves is actually to take our shoes and our socks off, take our bare feet and go place them on the ground, on some grass, wet, dry, whatever, and just stand there for a few minutes. And what that does is it really actually allows the earth to absorb all that electric current and static from your body. And if you can do that regularly, what you find is you find a sense of more peace, and you don't sort of have these electric shocks wherever you go. I don't know if you've ever tried that before, but I love it. At the moment, at this time of the year in Aberdeen, it's freezing cold. So when you go put your little feet on the grass, it's absolutely freak out. I'll be honest, today I have shoes on. But the whole idea of getting balance in life and feeling that connection to freedom and getting our minds to get off the things that we're thinking about all the time, whether it's work-related, chores in the house, cooped up indoors, getting out into nature can be such an amazing way to just lift your spirits. And it's not just about walking in a forest. I don't know if you can hear the birds chatting away here. They're waking up. They're very busy passing messages to one another. There is a drip, drip, drip of the rain dripping off the sort of part of the rooftop. There's a lot of activity here. And I don't know where you are, but sometimes just going out and listening to other creatures be busy can be really relaxing and take your mind off. There's a lot of meditations actually that have this kind of thing. So I just want to check in before I waffle on this morning. Who's with us here today? Morning, Paula. Hi, Claire, and hello, Jules. So good to have you here, you early birds, on a Sunday morning. So tell me, what do you guys do for getting out in nature or connecting back to nature? I know, up here in Scotland, it's actually quite an easy thing to do, especially if you live nearer the country. You can just get out at any time and go for a walk. A lot of people have dogs, and that is something that encourages them to get outside. But I've lived here for 16 years, and there was a long period of time where I did not embrace the outdoors because I came from a warm country and it was so cold. But over the last while, I've just embraced it more and more, and I find it the most therapeutic thing of all the things one could imagine doing is changing your scenery, just getting up, getting out, going for a lovely drive, and then just hitting the path, going to the beach, being by the sea, listening to the waves crashing around, and just taking that breath. And look at me. I mean, I'm outside and I'm just smiling because this is actually a place that has become home over the last while I was training for Ben Nevis as well. Just being outside, accepting the cooler temperature, becoming comfortable with that, rather than resisting and fighting it. So the task for today is to actually do another list. Oh my goodness, you're going to say, Tess, stop with the lists. But really what we're doing is we are doing some lists this week. And the reason we're doing that is we want to have what our joyful activities are, our crafts, our tasks, things we love doing. Then our social activities. How was your social activity yesterday? You shared some nice thoughts and photos from all the things you've been doing this week. This is a list of things you'd like to go out and do in nature. So whether it is walking in the woods, whether it's getting in the garden and pulling out some weeds, or sorting out the hedges before winter comes, whether it's planting something in your greenhouse. I don't think that's that time of year. You can see I'm not really much of a veggie gardener. It could be just, walking around your suburb or wherever you live. It doesn't have to be totally nature, just outdoors. Make a list of about 5 to 10 things that you could do where you live easily, effortlessly, or sometimes with a small degree of effort, like a small drive to a destination where you can go and spend some time in nature. What we're doing is we're going to put that on the fridge as well. You're going to do one of them today. I did one yesterday. I kind of mixed my social activity with my nature activity and went for a walk up a hill with a friend. And so that was great. So what you're going to be able to do by the end of this 7-day period is look at all these lists that bring in social, joyful and outdoors interaction. And you can start mixing and matching things up and designing this lifestyle that includes connecting with others, connecting with yourself, and connecting with outside. Because granted, the office is an easy place. We connect with that so easy because we go there like autopilot every day in some way. So that's really it for today. I'm going to keep it short because it's a little cold out here. It's invigorating, it's fresh, it's crisp, and it's beautiful. But if I want to stay out here, I need to go get the gloves on, the hat on, and perhaps a nice flask of warm coffee or tea, and then I'll be set for my walk. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed to be spending time on a farm. So there are tracks, muddy tracks, grass tracks, there's animals, there's so much here right outside my front door that I can just go and connect with. But what is it going to be for you, and how are you going to bring nature into your life a little bit more if you don't already do that? Because I would imagine a lot of us do. And remember, this is all about that happy feeling. So this is feeding those feelings of good feeling, of doing a little bit of exercise, getting the breath in, getting the oxygen in, the fresh air, being amazed at birds flying by and nature and the changing of the leaves on the trees and the rustle of the leaves in the wind. All these beautiful things, we are so blessed where we live. But even if you don't love the bird song, hi Heidi, morning, so lovely to have you here with us today. We've missed you, but I know you've been working hard this week, so all's forgiven, there's no guilt here. Claire, you take your camera for walks. Oh, you're a girl after my own heart. I love that too. Paula, lots of green space around Edinburgh, fantastic. So just embrace that and don't forget it's there. It's so easy to get stuck in. So it's just about balancing things out. Morning, Donna. You're here as well. We are getting to the end of this call today because, as I said, I'm a little bit chilly out here. But, it is something we're lucky to have. So perhaps you're going and saying, yeah, I do this already. I want you to just still do that list of 5 to 10 things. Go match it up. So you should have 3 sheets on your fridge by now. I hope you have a relatively large fridge door, or you've got beautiful long narrow sheets of paper that you can line up. I want you to start seeing these things in front of you that can remind you of things you can do at any point in time when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed from work. These are the things that you can plan ahead with as well, within reason, so that there's always something to look forward to. But these are the things and activities that actually feed you. They are not destructive. They're not going to take away from you. They're going to give to you. And this is what we're looking for when we're seeking that happy feeling and that sense of well-being inside. It's about feeding us, not going out and being too crazy so that we are spending too much energy on exhausting ourselves and putting too many bad things in our body all the time. Balance brings harmony. Harmony brings happiness. So share what you're up to at the moment. what are you going to do today that is an outdoor nature thing? And guys, if you walk the dog every day, I want you to think of something else you can do with that dog today that is not the same walk or the same path or the same journey. Something new that is going to spark and wake up your senses and feel less like a duty and more like an exciting point of discovery. How does that sound? Right, now I'm going to go head in. I'm going to put the kettle on. I'm going to have a lovely cup of coffee. And then I am going to plan my list for the day. And I will pop on what I'm going to do. And I'll catch you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock as we begin our last 4 days before the end of this 21-day experience that I'm absolutely loving doing with you. I hope you're enjoying it too. Have an amazing Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. And just remember, the other thing you must be doing, is that gratitude list and your beautiful song of the week, the day, the month, the year, whatever. Photo and share it with us. We'd love to see your coastline. Thanks, Paula. Have an amazing day, guys. See you tomorrow morning. Bye for now. And I am scrolling, so I'm going to start walking back to my front door.